Hello everyone. We have the pleasure of announcing CABWielder version 1.3.7. This video will focus on the new features we bring in this update. We will start with changes to the wireframe editor menu. Side and back panels now have the enable/disable setting that can remove case parts from the construction, adjusting connected parts to occupy the leftover space. This can be useful when you need separate cabinet boxes that share sides, such as in the case of closet cabinetry. Cabinet sides as well as toe kick parts now have top and bottom edge adjustments. For example, if you have a separate toe kick box set up and you need a finished side to extend to the floor and cover the toe kick, then you can select the side and increase the adjustment bottom field. The negative value retracts the side, whereas the positive extends it. Some toe kick constructions want the front toe to not extend all the way to the bottom shelf, so toe parts have these adjustments in both the wireframe editor as well as in the default behavior dictated by the construction options. 1.3.7 also brings a new element type, closet rods. These are available through horizontal inside section elements and have a few default behaviors to set in the construction methods like side clearances and default position from the front. They also have connectors that can be brought into the cabinet. These connectors can generate drilling patterns for CNC codes, making closet cabinetry easier to cut and assemble. You can configure the locations of these holes in the materials section under each connector, much like hinge plates and drawer guides. Rods and connectors come in different forms that can be chosen in your material assignment global option. So you can have some closets with wood rods and circular connectors, whereas other assignments may be metal oval versions of both. The editor can also change the product type manually. The main cabinet options have a type drop-down menu we can use to change how CABWielder interprets the cabinet as per its construction methods, as well as how it gets treated in the design module. So if you start with a tall cabinet and effectively edit it into a wall cabinet that needs crown and not top molding, then you can just change its type and you're good to go. Notice that there's a new item type for closet cabinets, allowing you to have a single construction method for kitchens, bathrooms, as well as closets through the style overrides in your construction methods. The toe kick setting has a new type called floating, removing all toe kick parts from the product and raising it automatically to the toe kick height. An additional product type is also available, toe kick base. This item type removes all cabinet parts except for the toe kick box. These two features allow for a significantly simpler approach to ladder toe kick design. For example, we will create a construction method with the floating toe kick type. Then we'll use it to make around our cabinets. The sectional view shows the result, what looks like floating cabinets waiting for a ladder toe kick box to sit on. We will create that last part by bringing in a base cabinet, entering its wireframe editor, and changing its type to toe kick base. The amount of sleeper supports can be manually adjusted within toe kick parts, and toe types, as well as their behavior, can be changed in toe sub-attributes. For instance, if the toe is under a finished side, then changing its toe type to finished will implement the finished toe recess value. Once it's good to go, then we'll rename this product and hit save. We'll also change its width to be the full run of the cabinets, which is just the sum of the box's individual widths. Then we'll place the box to match the edges of the cabinet run using the position or left/right fields. The result is separate cabinets sitting on top of a common ladder box. Back to the wireframe editor, the part editor has new controls for groove and pocket operations. Cut groove has a length parameter to read or change the effective length directly, and pocket operations have size as well as anchor point controls. For example, let's say you need a square cutout in a sink 30 wide by 18 deep. This is as simple as bringing in the pocket in the part editor, changing its size using new controls, and then using the coordinate system to move it into place. We also have anchor points, so for instance if you need a fixed shelf with a center cutout such that only 3 inches is left on all 4 edges, then you can select the fixed shelf, open the part editor, bring in the pocket cutout, activate the anchor points, and send them all to 3. This will resize the shape to execute the specs. Keep in mind that pocket shapes can also be edited, so you can make these scaling revisions before or after shaping the shape. 1.3.7 also brings the Festool domino joint and connectors to the available list of connections. You can put this to use by going to the Construction Connection submodule and creating a new domino joint. Its specifications work much like hole boring connection. First you define the connector, or what domino size to use, then the socket width, thickness, and depth, settle whether it needs a lock hole for mechanical dominoes or not, and then dictate the socket locations. Assigning them to a connection prompts CABWielder to adapt the specs to the associated joint. Socket cuts can also be sent to the CNC codes wherever applicable. Moving on to the purely CNC side of things, this update brings spoilboard resurfacing programs. If you go to the G-code submodule and you click Resurface Program, a Resurface Setup menu appears. Here you pick the machine, toolset, and specific tool to create a program with, as well as feeds and speeds, the size of the spoilboard, and depth of cut. Click Create to export this program as a CNC file to be fed directly to your machine. Be sure to set Z0 to the top of the spoilboard before executing the surfacing cut. The cut will surface out the entire sheet, so exercise caution by making sure no pins, rails, screws, or any other hold-down items stand in, on, or around the spoilboard. As always, you can view our release notes on our website at cabbularsoftware.com/release notes for a full list of changes. Thank you, and we will see you in the next video.